I'm a bit careful about the term green jobs because I'm not personally sure the economy is going to be divided up into those jobs you could put in a box marked green that are environmentally okay and others that are somehow not quite as good. And I think there'll be a profound change in the range of employment and green aspects to so many jobs that we don't think of necessarily in those terms at the moment. A wide range of different areas where new skills will be needed in vehicles, in land management, in whole areas of power generation and the grid, and tremendous opportunities that will be there. But there will be opportunities, not guarantees, and not guarantees that when these come about, the jobs won't go overseas. And one depressing area where this has happened is in terms of wind turbines, where it's quite likely that any order for wind turbines will result in an increase in employment in Portugal, but less so in the UK. And there are a number of ways in which I think we could respond positively to these opportunities. First of all, by identifying them more clearly, give signals to young people about areas of employment which might benefit for them for the future. When so many younger people are confused about what they can usefully do themselves and may be fearful of the future, to look at those, to see what government can do more positively about identifying the skills that are needed for the future and where people can go. In terms of government action as well, I mean, one of the points that I've been heartened about in some respects with the coalition government is that we shouldn't be frightened of engaging in the policy discussions that need to be had for the future. The market is certainly there and going to have a place, but this could be said for the previous government, the market will not solve all the problems. And CERN talked about the biggest failure of the market being in terms of climate change. And I just give one example of this, and this is particularly struck me coming here today in central London, that it wasn't all that long ago when at this time of year particularly there would be smog and you could barely see in front of your face, and way in the 1950s the post-war government dealt with that was not by looking for a market mechanism, not by saying can we place a tax on soot, but by enacting the Clean Air Act, which made such a tremendous difference. So yes, there's a role for nudge and persuasion and so on, but there's also a role for regulation, which is bad news sometimes of the government, and also making firm policy stances that are there. Positive too about the role of employers, and I'm conscious of the fact that the employers that get it are generally here and supporting the project, but for so many more there are opportunities to reduce cost, improve business performance, improve the way they look, engage staff, and so on. But opportunities, and you can't just tell other people what to do without looking to yourself and your own organisations what to do for trade unions, who've always been concerned of issues like health and safety and related issues. Now, in some ways it's easier for us because our members in areas like the Met Office, the British Antarctic Survey, will represent, track the world's changes across a wide range of areas, but we've all got to do it for our own areas. And what we find when we do take this initiative is we're able to make a new connection with younger people, environmentally aware people that are entering the world of work and expect their unions and their employers to take this issue seriously. And if we can do that, we can get a response from them, which is difficult otherwise. Thanks.